It's a battle of rainbows and darkness. It's a month of barbs being thrown out on social media from both sides. But especially stinging are the hateful comments by Christians professing to love God. It's June. It's Pride Month. I wonder if this month, Christians, if we could reflect on our response as those who've been commanded by Jesus to love our neighbors as ourselves. Perhaps we could change our response to that degradation of love that's homosexuality without words that are degrading to the human beings themselves. You know, we've gotten to this point where we can't even see that these are people that God loves, and they're broken and lost and in the dark. In the New Testament, Jesus didn't pick up that first stone even though he knew her sin. He looks around at all the self-righteous people and says, "You who have no sin, you cast the first stone." What do? They all realized they had sin and they'd fallen short, and they walked away. Jesus didn't stone her. He stood with her in her shame. He defended her, protected her. Isn't that love? He showed her love, and then after showing her love and acceptance, he told her sin no more. Wouldn't that be the definition of loving our neighbor? Oh, I know. These people are blatantly flaunting their sin, blatantly flaunting their shame and hurt, and that they're in the darkness. It's their cry for help and for love. And what do? We respond by saying, "Your love is false." And we, who believe in God, are going to show you his love and speak judgment and condemnation to them. By speaking about you and degrading you in a dehumanizing way, would you respond? Is that what Jesus would do? Is that the example he set? Do you realize what's happened? We're responding to the darkness with fear. Christians who've been told, "Fear not." The darkness is encroaching in on our lives. I do not deny that. It's in the stores, it's in our public spaces, in the places we pay taxes to support, like the libraries and our schools. But aren't we drawing it in by responding with hate and fear? Because hate is darkness, so is fear. Fear is darkness. So how do we respond to this evil, this darkness? We love the person trapped in it. We look past the darkness. We realize there's light. We've been commanded to be the light with the power and the authority of Christ in us. We don't need to fear darkness, and we don't need to hate the person that's trapped in it. Can you imagine the difference it would make if those who believe in God and his love acted like it? Can you imagine the hope that we could provide those trapped in this darkness if we saw them through the eyes that Jesus saw us? While we were yet sinners, he died for us. He died for them too. It's a battle, and Christ called us to be peacemakers, not to stir up strife. When Satan promotes fear, we're supposed to respond with peace, knowing God is in control, and with love that was given to us, not with hate, condemnation. Peacemakers. Shane Claiborne says peacemaking does not mean passivity. It's the act of interrupting injustice without mirroring injustice, the act of disarming evil without destroying the evildoer. It's the act of finding the third way that's neither fight nor flight, but the careful, arduous pursuit of reconciliation and justice. It's about a revolution of love that's big enough to set both the oppressed and the oppressor free. Wouldn't it make you proud to be that part of that love revolution, loving our neighbor as ourselves? Seeing others who are hurt and wounded as people just like us, sinful, in the need of a redeemer, and deserving of love and compassion.